All right, today I wanted to go over the thing that I was talking about, and this is happening right now on CNBC. And where I was talking about this was that the single family house market in America is dead. If it ain't fully dead as an investment, it's dying right now because if you guys have been keeping up with what's going on, especially that happened this weekend, like President Trump put 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. And I think this, like today, which is Monday, he went back and he was like, "Hey guys, look, I think Mexico said that they were working on it, and Canada is still under the fire. So there's going to be another 30-day hold off, basically from the tariffs on Mexico." But here's the problem, and why I say single family houses are dead in America. It's because of affordability. Because Canada and Mexico are big suppliers of two things: drywall and soft lumber or lumber. With those, as a matter of fact, and I wrote this down, the National Home Building Association basically said that it was increasing the cost from building materials for $3 to $4 billion. What does that mean? The cost to build a house, affordably build a home, has gone up, is going up, or just from fear alone is going to continue to make people be builders to be able to build in this budget cost. Hey, what if something happens through the course of our project? Because if you build homes, multiple homes, it's going to take 2 to 3 years before these homes are built. Permits, projects, locking stuff up, getting the materials, making sure the materials are good, getting people buying stuff. So you can't sell a home one day, build it, be over budget, and then by the time that property's built and it's completed and you have some buyer moving into it, you're going to be underwater. So no builder's going to do that. So as an investment, if you're looking at buying single family homes, especially if you take a look at supply and demand, because really it turns into a supply and demand versus cost and affordability issue. Single family houses right now in this country, if you're going to just buy single family homes, I'm going to make an investment. It's a terrible investment because one, you aren't going to buy anything that anybody's going to really want to sell. If somebody's selling something right now, they don't want it. The interest rates right now today, I think, are at 6.5 to 7%, period, across the board. If costs are going up, rates on single family houses are not coming down. I want to say it was like 80% of most single family homes right now's interest rate is below 4%. And if the rates are 6 and 7, they're not going to sell. They don't need to sell. That's 30 years. They can wait. Your best bet as an investment is going to be, like I've talked about over and over and over again as an investor, is to invest in existing multifamily property. The newer stuff, the better. A class properties, maybe a B class property in an A location, something no older than maybe 15 years old tops, depending on the state that you're in. That is so important because if you watch is that happening right now? No, that's different. But if you watch what's happening, building supplies is going up based on tariffs or uncertainty in the market. I've been talking a lot about uncertainty. Um, Insurance, the cost to insurance has increased. It's going to continue to go up. So even if you were able to buy a house as an investment, your insurance is going to be really hard to get, and it's going to be really unaffordable because LA fires, they still got to cover that cost. Florida got to cover that cost because there was damage from storms in Florida. North Carolina, damage in North Carolina. You had freezing and snow in Louisiana. Hurricane season hasn't even started. It is happening, guys. Right? So the cost for building materials up, the cost for insurance also up, and the building materials, like if it takes a long time for those things to be delivered over time, things are off budget, all out of timeline. It's all happening, folks. It really is. So why do I say all this? One, because if you're going to invest in existing assets, multifamily, go for housing because housing is still going to be a need. Because if you don't have a home, you're going to rent. If you're an investor, you're going to buy an existing multifamily property because it consists with housing, right? It's not hospitality or office or retail or anything like that. But you want something that people are always going to want, something that's newer, something with great amenities, something in a great location, because all of these people now that will need housing that either can't buy or they're investors who are not interested in that, they're going to continue to dump money in their businesses, but they're going to also be looking at the rental pool. So it's going to also tighten up supply and demand on access to multifamily assets that are coming to market. And we're seeing it now. Aside from just a limited supply and demand on housing, you also have maturities on debt for multifamily that's happening right now too. In 25, which is now, we have over $900 billion worth of commercial debt maturing, and I think there's another 900 billion and then another $70 billion that's coming up in 27. All of this is happening, but this isn't on mom and pop small real estate. This is affecting builders. This is affecting institutional investors. This is in fact affecting those institutional investors that also partner with endowments, sovereign funds, hedge funds, private equity. It's affecting them. This is it's not like me and you guys. It isn't. It's not like the everyday investor that's looking to grow. This is companies, insurance companies, Prudential, New York Life, Mass Mutual. I think it's like Mass Mutual. Yeah. Like Massachusetts Mutual or whatever the big insurance company is, Prudential. These are the largest apartment building owners in the world, but their debt is coming due. I just looked at a property recently with a large institution that owns 80,000 apartment units that are coming to market because on that property, their debt's coming due. So they got a choice to make. Come to market and sell it, or we're going to recapitalize this thing by doing what? Going back to another CalPERS, maybe teachers pension fund, pension fund in Texas, a pension fund in Florida, a pension fund in Pennsylvania, taking all of that retirement capital and recapitalizing on and bringing in new debt. But what does that do? It lowers the returns on the current investments, the investors that are already in that deal, which are other pension funds, which is your retirement money. Guys, look, if you're an investor, like I said, number one thing to remember about all this, they're talking about that now, right? The National Association for Home Builders. That's what it is. They're talking like you're going to either invest your money in multifamily properties, which is what I'm telling you to do, whether you do it with me at Bell Capital, whether you do it on your own, whether you invest with another group, whatever. Push all of your money, get it out of Wall Street, out of the banks. I mean, I think the Dow took like a 500% hit this weekend because of the tariff announcement. I think it's back up today. But dude, you don't want all this uncertainty going around. Take your money out of the banks, out of Wall Street, out of your retirement accounts, push all in on multifamily real estate, existing, cash flowing, great locations, great assets with great managers like myself or others, and ride the wave of what's happening right now. I'm telling you, single family houses are dead in America. If you're going to invest in single family houses, you want to buy a single family house, it's going to be unaffordable 10 years from now if you're not already in. So that said, take your money and invest in multifamily real estate because that is going to be the way that people play this game, right? This is happening anyways, whether you participated in it or not. I think this is what they were talking about. Yeah, like we're looking at iShares for U.S. homes. These are builders that are concerned about what's happening out there. So if there's no supply and nothing coming on, and it costs too much to build, and they vacate these projects, what's going to happen? The big boys are going to come in. Are you an accredited investor with $300,000 or more liquid in the bank? I want you to come and partner with me. Look, if you love real estate, passive income, and positive cash flow, appreciation over long periods of time, and you're willing to be patient, come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com. This is for accredited investors with $300,000 or more in the bank, ready to go. Come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com.